Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers face off with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a minute ago, it was Jameis Winston leading his Buccaneers out of the tunnel. They're on their feet here in Tampa as the Bucs get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. Oh, and Nelson space to operate. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Ready. White 25.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Winston. Fighting through, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score, almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week. 2
touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. A look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. Fielded at about the 28. Sidesteps him at the 35. Fighting through it, he's got space. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.